Excuse me, and shit, I might need something there, Kiki, brother. I just serviced my. Excuse me, dang. It's on my tea. Hold on, man. Hold on. This lime, my lime oregano, my garlic, and my ginger.
Yeah, that gets you right there.
I've been on, boy. Breath smell like a dragon, but I don't care.
So the sisters that watching that's just now hearing about the eighth that y'all got playing, can you tell us more about it? Like, how do they contact you to be involved?
They contact us. They contact Sister Patolo, Sister Sanjay, Dot Love. I'll send them the. Okay, baby. Okay, I got you. I'll send them the link. If they need instruction and never actually yoni steam before, then I have a class that our class. I run it all down, and so they'll be prepared. And then on the 8th, we come together. I just know my time is 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we all meet up. We bring our journals. We bring our prayers. We bring whatever it is we want to manifest. We bring that beautiful celestial light. We bring our archangels. We bring, and we address these things, and address what need to be done. So, and if anybody got any healing, if further healing they need to do, or things that need to be justice service on certain things, or whatever,
What city y'all gonna be in?
We do this online on Zoom. I send the link out to everybody, so they can request the link from me. I probably wasn't clear on that. Thank you. Request the link from me. Or I may ask them to please, if I'm too busy or something at that time, I just direct them where they could go and get the link for the 8th and also for the instruction. And I teach womb yoga most Sundays. And we had a beautiful dance class last Saturday. Sister Ayana, she did this free form, beautiful, spiritual, intuitive movement class. It was just beautiful. And the sisters got to express at the end. So it's really a beautiful forum for us. And I invite sisters that do anything creatively. It could be raw food, it could be poetry, songwriting, whatever that is, allows us to express in our truest and highest forms. The class is open. Y'all got my Zoom. I paid the thing. That's what it's for. Y'all come in and do your thing. Teach a dance class, whatever it is. You got another type of form of yoga other than womb yoga, come and teach it. Because this is what helps the sisters get open and limber. So by the time the 8th comes, we gotta, get them shackles off and all that tension and all that stuff off of us. So we can really concentrate when it comes to the 8th. So anyway, that's basically what it is. I just wanted to hop on real quick.
Okay, so what? Tell them what your page is, so they come over there.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's thank you, Rod, because I just be running my mouth and be forgetting it. Important pieces. Starlily Birthing on IG, and y'all could also call me too, 978. I think the number is 999-2416. That's my Google number. And once you call me, I'll give you my direct line. You gonna take them, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much it. But we doing the work and we consistent, and that's what I love about. Because I'm just like, really, this is something that's have been passionate. I've been very passionate about. I told Brother Rod over 10 years ago, I was asserting this movement, like a global wellness movement for women, and it just wasn't the time. He had to be on deck in order for this to actually transpire. So I'm just giving thanks. I tried to, like I said, 10 years ago at the Dogon University, Brother Mama, and it didn't take off not like how it's taking off now. So I'm really giving thanks.
I got you. Give me a minute, I'll be out there.
You're beautiful too, sis. Give thanks. Yeah, just hit me. Start Lily Birthing. All right, Brother Rod, you go ahead, because I know you got a lot of stuff to cover. I'm still on though.
Well, I covered the part I wanted to, but I'm gonna take another caller in for the.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Peace, bro.
All right. So that's hey.
Hey, King. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I've been trying to get in contact with you ever since I've been following you. Since I found you on I think it was Black Magic page.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've been following you for a while. Me and my husband. And I got this book, and I don't know if it's right, but I remember you saying something about we'll know if it's the right book if the author was from the Army or the Marines or something like that. Okay, so I was just making sure that I was doing the right stuff. I'm in chapter 2, so I ain't got that far yet. I'm still practicing. But my question was for you. Okay. So I was the one that asked the question last night about the dream that I had. And it's Enlil or Inky. Was we here before they got here? And you were saying that we the hybrids. Right. Okay. So I was a little confused about that because so who was the people here before they made the hybrids us?
That we were Atlanteans. Our physical form was slightly different. Our bodies was longer, our arms was longer, and our legs was longer.
Okay. Okay.
That's they didn't fucked around and start throwing out some of them people down in Antarctica. You go see what they looked at, what we used to look like. Our color wasn't brown, we was blues and greens.
Okay, like the Avatar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that movie is actually a documentary about Earth.
Yeah, it come out on my son's birthday, December 16th. So I'm definitely looking forward to go watch that. So I had a dream. Because I know you said it, I gotta elaborate on it. Okay, so my whole family think I'm crazy. Okay, ever since I started following you, I knew, like, you basically just let me know that I was doing the right thing or I was not crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't get with Christianity. I just couldn't. I was the black sheep of the family. Okay, so you came out the blue, and my aunties, like, you came out the blue. I swear, it was so crazy. And I got all these people around me, and they all telling me, like, you worshiping the devil, you going to hell with the wood. And I'm over there just going back and forth. And you just came out the blue. And you were like, hold on. Y'all listen to him. So, so you allowed me to speak. And then my aunt, who is the pastor, she was saying, no. She was reciting Bible scriptures and everything. And then you were like, come here, auntie. And then you whispered something in her ear. And then she came, and then, you know what I'm saying, you let her, you came back. She said, y'all listen to them. Like, they telling us the truth. Y'all listen. And I wanted to ask you, what did you tell her? Like, what did you tell her to make her wake up? Like,
I taught her who Jesus really was. Wow. Jesus is Isis.
Wow.
Isis is the queen of heaven and earth.
Wow.
That's the great church secret.
That Jesus is Isis.
Yeah, all you got to do is go to the Greek, untranslated Greek. You get your Strong's Concordance, and you can't mistake it. IESOUS, Isis.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Everything that you tell us to do, me and my husband, we be on it. Like, I got a whole notebook of stuff that you done taught us. Like, this whole notebook is full of Rye Hayes. This whole notebook, like, I'm not playing. Like,
you got me up here blushing this shit.
I'm serious. Like, I'm not playing no games. How when you first started in Lil Inky, like, everything, like, you woke us up. Like it's so crazy. Like, give gratitude to you. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna continue to watch you. Just thank you. And then I remember you saying, yeah, I know you got a lot of people. You were saying something about the couple. It's not a couple ritual, but you were saying, no, I got to tell them offline. I can't tell them on IG of what they can do. So, can I inbox you and you tell us how we can entwine?
Look, that was then. This is now. I'm gonna flat out tell you.
Okay.
It's called a sexual asana or position.
Okay.
He had to be sitting down, the woman sit on top, face to face. When he penetrates, put his tongue in the roof of your mouth. That's a circuit. And before you do it, y'all have to go over the best life scenario that y'all trying to create.
Okay.
When y'all do it and y'all in agreement and y'all make that circuit, right, you go straight to source. You bypass every motherfucking intercessor they ever gave us, and you go straight to source energy to download it.
Wow. And that's it. I knew it was something. I was like, babe, like we gotta ask him. And we thought we've been doing it right by, you know what they say when you're orgasm, you manifest, you think of, But I was like, I know Rod got like a deeper, you know what I'm saying, something that we can do that we know that it's for sure.
The climax, because remember, the uterus is a portal straight to source.
Right.
So when the climax come, that's what they call the waterfalls of heaven.
Mm.
That means that whatever y'all set y'all intentions for, it's just a matter of time before it manifests. The stronger you are, the shorter your turnaround time is. And the shorter your turnaround time, the faster you see it manifest. When you start with something small, with an identifier. I'm gonna see a $5 bill with the letter J on it, right?
Right.
And then, so that's something small. The universe can move that easy because you probably got a pocket full of $5 bills,
Right.
right? But don't look for it. It's gonna pop up, and then that's gonna tell you what your manifestation turnaround is. And then the bigger the thing you're trying to manifest, the longer the turnaround time is, because the universe is realigning shit in order to produce it for you.
Oh yeah. You hear that, babe? Yeah, we most definitely. Yes, and this Maurice Rod.
What's up, big up?
Maurice, peace, God.
How you feeling, fellas?
I'm good. So you taking notes, right?
Off top, man. You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you start getting your good workout in beforehand.
Yeah, man.
You want to exhaust physical energy before intercourse so that you can be operating on straight spirit energy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's real.
That's crazy. That's something I would have never thought of.
Yeah. It's the same as when you're trying to learn something new. When your mind all over the place, you can't focus.
Yeah.
Right? But if you go burn off some energy where you can calm down, now your focus is clear.
Right.
Yeah. The sister said do squats. She actually on point because when you're doing squats, you sending the energy from your root chakra up.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We got 4 boys, so you already know. It's going on.
Yeah. In order for you to have 4 boys, that means he been doing everything he supposed to do.
No, I was mad. I was mad at God. I was like, man, I'm gonna punish me because I want a daughter so bad. I want a mini me. I'm the only woman in the house, so it's my husband and my 4 boys, and it's like I want a girl, but I'm scared to try again because if it be another boy, it's just like no, I ain't gonna keep going down that road. But it's a reason why I do know it's a reason why I have men in my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now it's time for you to start getting the young girls in your area that doesn't have a woman to look up to. That's why you don't have no daughters. For 2 reasons. One is he doing what he supposed to do, so you grant him you agreed to allow him to reproduce himself. One of them boys he got to come back through.
We already probably know who. That's Charlie. That's Charlie all over.
They know.
Yeah.
That's him.
I tell Reese all the time.
You see, that's the first thing I asked you, which one
yes,
y'all heard about.
And you hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
We already like his mama just died 2 months ago. And she came in my dream and she know that her son played lottery heavy. And she came in my dream and she said, and she gave me a ticket number and it made it seem like we already won. It was 154. And every day I keep saying 154, so I feel like it's just a message of her just letting me know that she around. It's her number. And then Reese just said that 154 just came out Georgia Lottery yesterday. It's like she always revealing herself. But before she died, she said, Maurice, I know who I had. That's June. That's June Harris right there. That's Charlie. She said that. And that's crazy. You came right out and said it's somebody's grandfather. We been told you that. The little boy, he do not act like he too. Yeah, I told him about my dream and he broke that down. And I'm a dreamer, right? Every time I had dreams, I call my family and I let them know. If I dream of death, that mean a life coming. And if I dream of the death and it was a boy, that mean it's a girl coming. Like I done learned to decipher my dreams.
Yep, that's called flipping. That's how you flip as above, so below. Because when it comes to you in the spirit message, you have to know how you interpret it.
Yes, and I had to do. I had tried and errors for a long time. Now I master it. Like I get so mad. I'm like, God, why would you give me this ability if I can't stop what's getting ready to happen? Like, here, let me know it's a boy in my family that's getting ready to pass, and I can know which aunt child getting ready to pass. Like, I had a dream of my father, so I knew it was gonna be on my daddy's side. You know what I'm saying? It's like I had to learn to decipher my dreams in order for me to. So I just had a dream last night of the daycare workers. The day was at a funeral, so I called when I dropped my babies off today, and I said, "It's somebody in y'all family. It's a girl getting ready to have a child, and it's gonna be a boy." And it was like I said, "So when it happens, just let me know." But it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like I want to tap in and want to get, I guess, make my abilities more stronger, or I'm just limited to just that.
No, long as you practicing deciphering your dreams, you're gonna get better and better at it.
Okay.
Then you're gonna wake up and you're gonna have a dream. If you remember the dream, you're gonna know exactly what it meant.
Yeah, that's how I knew that she was a real deal. Like I've been watching Black Magic. He been had so many guests on his page. I've been watching Collab, been watching everybody. I never had a dream about nobody, but I had a dream about you. And I'm like, yo, I said, Reese, whatever this man said, I'm following him. He's telling me like it's a reason why you came in my dream. I don't dream. When I dream, it is real deal. I just don't be dreaming just to be dreaming. It's a message in it. So that's why I knew I had to get in contact with you and let you know what I dream and like what did he tell my aunt? That's a damn hard Christian. But you just like you made everything come to light now. Now I understand. Now I understand. And I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
I told her Jesus is ISIS, and it wasn't because I told it to her. It's because when I told her, it resonated with her deepest spiritual intuition,
Mm.
and that's when she knew.
Yeah. And she was all on the board with us, and we were just walking around, just waking people up, like you was a modern day Jesus, so to speak. Like we were just going around waking people up. Like
Oh, I'm not finna dress in drag, so I'm not. I'm
right,
not finna be. I'm not finna be no modern day Jesus because I'm
right,
not
right,
dressing in
right,
drag.
right, right. But we was waking our people up, and I see like that's what you here for. And I know you the real deal. You just ain't talking just to be talking. You like you the
Oh yeah,
truth.
because I hate social media with a passion.
Yeah, but you here for a reason. Like you see how you woke this whole household up. Like you here for a reason. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get right back on your live and keep following you, keep watching you, and keep filling up. I'm damn near. I gotta get another notebook. Gotta get another notebook. Like you the true babe. I love you, Rod. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, I'll talk to
Peace.
y'all later.
All right, love.
All right, King.
All right, peace, God.
All right.
Hey,
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Where you chiming in from?
New Jersey.
Jersey in the
Passion.
house, Turnpike,
Mm-hmm.
side of Shakur. That's our territory.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
wow.
displaced from my motherfucking land, but they about to bring her back with honors.
Okay, because maybe I think that might be another confirmation for me. So I just wanted to say thank you so much and gratitude to you because you've been saying everything, part of everything that I've been saying since I was like 13 and 14. And now it's coming to light. And I'm realizing, because, I stopped doing certain stuff because I knew I couldn't speak to certain people on a certain level. So I just was saying certain things, and they used to call me Martin Luther King or Malcolm X in high school and stuff. They used to say I was preaching when I was just speaking from passion. That's it. So I stopped that, but I noticed people was continuing doing, dropping the jewels and dropping the knowledge. And I just want to say thank you so much, and I appreciate everything.
I think you're just trying to make me blush.
No, 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 seriously, seriously, thank you so much. 'Cause like seriously, I even even my dreams and certain dreams I had, and I don't know if it was because I was probably listening to you or whatever, but everything from the schools, how I compared the schools being like jail. I was telling people how why the bell ringing at a certain time and how all the doors is lined up like cells, like how I was breaking down words in high school, like looking at the word history and a whole bunch of mental, and all that governmental and all that. So I was telling people this and they were just looking at me like I was crazy, telling me I was worshiping the devil and stuff. So thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it.
But you keep your head up and fuck what they talking about and fuck who they telling.
Oh
Black
yeah,
Girl Magic
definitely.
run this bitch. So
Yeah,
y'all see,
definitely. And
Asada gonna tell y'all herself when she tell y'all her story.
and can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
It's about certain dreams I had. Like one dream I had about my uncle, not my uncle, but it was like a lady. on top of a hill, and then Son just told me to act. It was like an old lady. I'm not too sure, but she was just like everything was just like kind of dark or gray, black and white, and it was like an old lady on top of the hill. So Son just told me to ask my mother, and I asked my mother. I told her I just had a dream about an old lady on top of the hill. Then she said, "Oh, my uncle used to call me old lady on top of the hill," and I'm like, "What?" So I was wondering, what does that mean? And then I had a dream about her. She had mushrooms all over her body. I got the chills so bad. It was like, ugh. I had a dream my mother had mushrooms all over her one time. And I was just wondering, what does that, like, what's the symbolic of it? Because I've been learning certain stuff that you were saying. I noticed I was doing flips. I just didn't know what it was at all.
So your mama carried Lilith energy. Lilith was undermined when they put the moon to block the energy of Saturn, so that the women can't control their menstrual cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then the women took a while, but they figured out how to use the moon magic. Right? So when they learned that, they knew that if they wanted to tap into their Lilith energy, that they would have to wait till the moon went dark for 3 days. Lilith is the big sister who is going to be Big Mama next. Just like Sekhmet is in line to be Queen of Heaven and Earth next.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Lilith tied right into the Big Mama energy. But she's governed by Saturn. And that's why they villainize and demonize Saturn so much.
Yeah, I got Saturn on my finger right here. On this finger
So
right
it ain't
here.
no coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
On your index finger?
On my middle finger. My middle one.
Man, that's air.
And
That's the Aquarian finger. Air sign, Aquarius.
Yeah, it's so much. And then I noticed like my family names. I've been was like questioning everything. I remember certain stuff when I was 3 years old. I was like it was just so much. Like when you said Obama, how Obama didn't speak after 3 months, I said that to myself. Like, and I knew when I was voting, I'm like I was unsure of certain, but I'm like, nah, this is like, then. And then when you mentioned that he ain't speaking 3 months, I was saying that right there, that during that time, I'm like, why he ain't speaking? Why he not speaking? And I'm like, maybe I just like, don't mind. I even question myself during this time. Like, people around me had me questioning myself. Maybe I was thinking I was crazy and stuff. One time I even thought maybe I was worshiping the devil, but I'm like, no, because I know what the hell I'm seeing. Like, I see certain stuff. I see clouds shake like certain things. There's a whole bunch. Like, I know my family, their names. Like, my mother's Latasha, Sophia, Sky. I got aunt named Trinity. Like a whole bunch of my aunt named Crystal. So I was just looking at the names and I was thinking maybe it was telling a story or something.
It is.
Or I wasn't bugging. So I'm like, why all these names are just like my Aunt Teresa and I got Aunt Maria, like certain names I knew it was like putting the story together, but I didn't know. And then both my sides of my father and my mother's side, they both got Irish names and stuff. And then my great great grandmother said she was Cherokee, and I was trying to figure out like what exactly. I didn't know the route like to go exactly to figure out the bloodline exactly because like the family is separate. Like I've been trying to get it together and like because for some reason I just know like for the last 5 years I've been saying the king is coming, the king is coming. Like I don't know why I've been saying that. I've been saying certain stuff and it just been just confirmation after confirmation. It's like the story of like how maybe somebody some creature came or not a creature but being came down to this planet had kids with somebody else and I found that was like a story similar to I think the book of some book I'm not too sure.
It's in Genesis, Genesis chapter 6, but it's in the Sumerian tablets.
Yeah.
So Eliu was a Scot. He lost the throne to Anu. He was the ruler before Anu. And Anu challenged him for the throne. You challenge for the throne is hand-to-hand combat. So Eliu got his ass whooped and exiled. And when he got exiled, he discovered Earth because this is where they sent him, but they thought they were sending him to an uninhabited part of the universe. When he found Earth, he discovered the monatomic gold in the Indian Ocean. Right? So he took telepathically called Anu. Anu was like, "What the fuck you calling me for, bitch ass nigga?" And he was like, "I got something for you. I got something for you." He said, "This better be good, cause you exiled. You ain't got no business calling me." Right? So then he told him, he said, "I found something that can help repair the ship Nibiru so that it can last, much longer." Right? But they found it in the water first, in the monatomic form. And so he got some of that, and they built a Stargate for them to come down here. He told them what to do to build the Stargate, and then he had to ping the Stargate until they lined up the Stargate to Earth to get here. So he sent Inanna, he sent Enki, and he sent about 7 nurses. Right? Those became known as the 7 creative spirits. Right? But the 7 nurses, they always represent Pleiades. The Pleiadians don't believe in none of the bullshit Enlil do. Enlil is a dictator, and Enki is a hedonist. He don't give a fuck if the earth fall apart as long as he can get some good pussy and something good to eat. That's all he care about, right? Enlil, he don't care about no sex, no food, none of that. He just want control and power, right? So now you see the differences in how they at conflict and at odds. So when they interfered with the development of us on the earth, Enki was the first one to do that, but everything that he did, he sent Inanna to get permission from Prime Creator and Mother Earth. He was bypassing Nibiru the whole time. So when Enlil came, he said, "Y'all can produce this gold faster in larger abundance than y'all doing. Y'all being lazy. I'm going to take charge of Earth." So Enki and Inanna went to Nibiru to protest to Anu. "We don't want him on Earth. It's a peaceful place. It's a paradise." This is your Garden of Eden story. So I knew he was like, "Well, why is y'all telling me? Y'all sort that shit out. Y'all grown motherfuckers. Don't bring that bullshit to me. I don't want nothing to do with it. Long as y'all save the motherfucking planet ship, I don't do what you gotta do." And so Enlil came to complain that he wanted to remove the mitochondrial rights of rulership from Earth. And he wanted to install patriarchy. So one of Inanna's scouts came and told her what Enlil was lobbying Anu for. And she went up there and blew a gasket on his punk ass. So you think that because you got the Y chromosome, you better? Motherfucker, do this. Raise your motherfucking gown, pap your girls, and push me out of sun, nigga. And so he started laughing and said, "You can't have one without a Y chromosome." And she said, "I'll be back in 9 months. And when she presented her son, before Anu and Enlil blew a gasket, that's what caused the war in heaven. Because now she got a son that got the Y chromosome white rulership, but he also has the mitochondrial inheritance of the earth. And that undermines his authority. Undermines his authority and his jurisdiction on earth. So he was immediately pissed. So his response was, "I'm finna go tear this bitch up. I'm gonna make these motherfuckers do what I want them to do, and I guarantee you they gonna have 10 times more gold." And Enki was like, "You fucking with our 9 people, dog. We don't do that down here. Leave them sisters alone." So he brought a whole horde of his motherfucking soldiers down here. That's the Genesis 6 story. And when he seen that it was having that it wasn't making them beholden to him, he really got pissed. That's when they came with the flood to destroy everybody. Right? So now he flooded this bitch out. Then from there, all war broke out. There's a big old empty space after the flood. The ship that they said was Noah's Ark, it wasn't a boat. It was a jumper ship. It was where they used to transport gold to Nibiru. It's called the Crystal City. And the Crystal City stayed on Nibiru until the end. Now it's coming back. But when it come back this time, it's gonna stay here. So that's how it happened.
Okay, thank you so much. Can I also ask you another question? Um, if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask a few questions.
Go ahead.
And you can always cut me off and let me know whenever you're ready to go off or get somebody else
Oh,
on the line.
when Instagram is left on here.
How many minutes? I couldn't hear because the thing messed up.
About 10 minutes. It's about 10 minutes left for a cut you on. But go ahead with your questions. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Okay. One time, like it's been so many so many awkward moments and so many stuff been confirmation, and sometimes I get creeped out and stuff. But I've been learning, not to not have no fear or anything like that, because fear's what's been stopping me for even dropping knowledge and stuff. Because I've been noticing how certain things and certain reactions been happening, and what town I'm in and certain stuff. And I noticed the energy around. And one time I had a dream, and it was during the time where I think you was talking about Larry Hoover and what Hood Hiller. And I had a dream about a book. It was like a little book, like a key. It was blue. Every time you flip it, it either be blue, but it had pictures. I had pictures of people. And I'm not sure if they was in jail or it was just like prison pictures, but it was every time I flip it, it'd be blue a picture or it'd be red a picture. And then I thought about the flips, what you was describing and what you were saying. So, and then I had another dream about me being in the mall, and it was a T-shirt with a big old ankh on it. Like I was shopping and looked up, it was a big old shirt with an ankh on it. And I had another dream about this lady. I'm not gonna name her name, but we was all in white and it was in a building, and then all of a sudden a red alarm came on, like it was a fire and everything was red. And we stopped what we was doing, and I got creeped out because I'm like, because me personally, I had even people come up to me like saying Wicca, like I met some people who did Wicca, and they say, "Oh, you were coming," and I never wasn't feeling it because I don't like doing certain stuff collectively and certain stuff.
Well, you just gotta have your own circle.
Yeah, and discernment. Because this other lady, she came up to me. She called herself a guru, and I went to go test her, to not even test her out, but just went to go because I believe I needed counseling. Like probably like I feel like I need a counselor, but I know I could talk to myself. I've been talking to myself and everything, and people been thinking I was crazy because I talk to myself, but I feel like though that's necessary.
Self-talk is one of the most powerful spiritual training exercises you can do.
I've been doing that for long.
That's why they tell you
crazy or I'm weird.
Yeah, that's why they tell you if you talk to yourself, you're crazy, to stop you from using self-talk.
So she was she told me to give me I could give her a birth chart and she'll learn, and she know my soul more than me. She said we were just talking and like whatever. She had her.
That's a red flag right there.
I knew I was a bugger and then I'm like, because that tweaked me. I'm like, hold on, you know my soul better than me. And then I'm looking in her eyes. She winked while she said that. So I said, nah, because I didn't like what she said. So I'm like, that's like, that was a red flag. Her wearing the mask. I don't mess with the mask or anything like that. Like, But when she said that, I was just looking at her like, do you know? I don't know if she knew who was in front of her, or she don't know who I know is in front of me. But when she said that, I didn't like it. And then next time I seen her, I was done. We was talking. I said, yeah, I'll let you know if I want to give you my birth chart or something like that. But I knew not to, because I don't even want to look at I like surprises. And I feel like if I look at it, I don't need to look at it. Like I'm looking at my chart a little bit, but I'm not going that deep into it. But I didn't feel comfortable at all when she said that to me. Then last time, probably like 2 weeks later, before that, excuse me if I'm jumping all over the place, but she was saying you can give donations. I accept donations and stuff like that. And that class, she offered it for me for free or whatever. And she had fruits and everything at her shrine. She had all her statues of the Buddha and I don't know what other statues with the 8 arms. All the Buddha statues or whatever. She was saying the fruits, people eat fruits and give thanks. And she gave me the fruits. I eat none of the fruits. I just tossed it out. And I said thank you anyway. But and then I think her like 3 weeks later,
And I said hi to her. She was like, she was avoiding me. Like she didn't want nothing else to like to talk to me or anything. I said, cool, that was just a confirmation to let me know. Because if I didn't want your services, you should just accept it and be grateful I even came and gave you a chance to even think about it, to even think about even having you assist me. So for her to give me that vibe and that energy, I said, yeah, I did the right thing. Because you didn't have to like act like you ain't see me or avoid me or something like that. So I'm like, yeah, I most likely did the right thing. And then you just said, yeah, definitely. So that was my question. That situation, with that being that what she said, she know my own soul. As if nobody could know your own soul better than you, right?
That's not possible. You gotta be damn near on your deathbed dead for you not to know who you is. You know enough about yourself to know that didn't sound right. That's all you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beginning of self-knowledge. Just knowing somebody come tell you that they know your soul better than you do. They on some bullshit.
Yeah, so yeah, and I felt bad. I'm like, no, don't feel bad, because I got a heart. I got a good heart, and I've been learning, like, to don't have my heart too open, because not everybody, is for you.
Yeah,
Not
that's a
yeah.
fact.
Mhm. And I've been seeing stuff in the clouds, shake like clouds. I've been seeing lights and a whole bunch of stuff. Stuff is disappearing and popping back up. So I just want to say thank you so much, and thank you for your time. And you've definitely been letting me know that I'm not crazy, and the confirmation, and
Yeah,
I've been on
you
the right
sure ain't
path.
crazy. Yeah, you sure not
Yeah.
crazy. Look, if anybody want to find out if somebody crazy for real, give them a math problem.
A
Yeah.
math problem? What a math problem?
If you insane, you can't do basic math.
Mm.
It requires logic that you don't have access to. It don't even have to be a complex math
A
problem.
math problem.
So, you know what I'm saying? They call you crazy. Say, I'm not crazy because I know 6 times 6 is 36. 2 times
Mhm.
8 is 16. You can't do math if you're truly insane.
Yeah. Because I've been noticing everything is math or just about the numbers and stuff. Like my
Mm-hmm.
birthday is right after Christmas. I'm a twin. And I got another sister. She was born the same year. Everybody be thinking we triplets, but we not.
That's called Irish twins.
Yeah. 9 months apart. And I wanted to know, how could I, if, for example, if nobody in my family don't want to, because I have three nephews. I don't have no kids. And only one of my sisters have kids, and she had two. And my mother, she had another kid, Sophia, Muhammad, and Sebastian. So that's the three youngest, and we don't associate with our family at all because we had like problems and stuff. And I've been trying to like get to figure out. I just can't put nobody back together again, and I don't want to leave them alone because we only talk to my aunt and my grandmother from my father's side, and we only have my sisters from my mother's side. So it's been kind of hard for me to like. I've been trying to figure out what to do because I know I'm gonna leave and physically one day, and I want to leave them something. I want to leave them like at least people or family. So I've been trying to collect books and stuff like that because I know my nephew, he's in tune. He looked up at the sky one day and said we're in a whole other galaxy. He told me he's seen his body outside of himself, like he sees his body while he was sleeping. So I know he's in tune, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to go about bringing like a family to them because even my own family was all females in the house, and it's like very aggressive sometimes, and like a lot of masculine energy, not too much feminine energy. And I've been wanting to know like how can I bring like knowledge, not only knowledge, but just a family, a bond, because we're not gonna be here all the time. It's the
I'm gonna sit on the porch, drink my coffee in the
It's about
morning.
to storm down there.
I hope not. It's pretty clear out. It's kind of
Okay.
sun blocked by the clouds over on the east side, but
Okay.
most of the sky is clear. Don't look like it's gonna rain soon. I think I
Man,
just, I think
you
I
got
just got
the.
hit with a raindrop.
Oh yeah, yeah, because it look like the sky is a little cloud. Hey, look,
Hey,
man,
you probably just
let me
we
go
on
ahead.
we hot live on YouTube right now.
Yeah, we live, man. We live. We lit. We live in
Hey,
private.
Elder, I got something I gotta get out.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Big Mama came to me this morning in a dream.
All right, go ahead. Let me mute up.
All right, so this is for the guy Rashad Jamal, who is being held up on some trumped up charges in his community. Right. The first thing they gotta do is they gotta make amends with Ellie. Ellie the power. Ellie know what to do. Ellie 100% solid gold. Right. So he gotta have her run a meditation with the youth. The youth trust her, so she gotta run the meditation with the youth. And the when she get back in touch with me, I'm gonna give her this ritual called Opener of the Way, and it's gonna make some shit move in that situation for the brother. It should have been moved, but I didn't do a show cause after the Hague, so they waiting on the show cause for me. But I need some energy from them in his support, right? So all of the ones that's in the Rashad Jamal's Cosmic University, they need to reach out to Ellie, and if they had anything negative to say about her, they need to apologize because she's solid, A1. And when they make amends with her, it's gonna open up his case. That's Big Mama Baby. Okay, that's the first thing. The next thing is that all of these people doing the human trafficking, accusing other people, they're going to be the ones catch the backlash from the opening of the way for the righteous, right? Because the only way you can open the way is whoever did the dirt, they got to answer for their dirt. So if the university make amends with Ellie, I could tell her what to do next, right? So that's what I needed to say about that situation. Big Mama say this shit is over with, and now we have to start doing things as a catalyst to a unification across the land, right? So all of this bickering and fighting that we've been doing because of this conjure war we about to get into, that shit got to come to an end, and we about to get into some shit right here. So whenever you're ready, Elder, pull up the George Washington picture I just sent you with the challenge on it so we can review it once again for those who don't know what the Conjure War was. So while you looking, I just sent them to you in the file. So while you looking for them, I'm going to go over a little bit about the Conjure War. 1492, Columbus came to the islands of Central America, and he brought with him a collection of what's called conquistadors. The conquistadors is the army or paramilitary branch of the Tudors royal family. The Tudors is from Europe, but that ain't their original name. Before they was called Tudors, they were called Etruscans, right? And when they came over here, they changed their name when they left Al-Maghrib after they got kicked out of Europe. They came over here with that bullshit, and we fought the Gullah Wars. Now, there's two sides to the story about the Gullah Wars. The Gullah Wars, when you hear that term, that's us talking about it. When the oppressors is talking about it, they call them the Seminole Wars, right? And so in Florida, all of the tribes, we was going to fight in Florida by the thousands. That's why they could never beat us. And we was always increasing in numbers. The more of us they killed, the more we came. So after right before the Louisiana Purchase, the French lost the battle. And when the French lost the battle, they sold their protectorate rights to the English. It's called the Louisiana Purchase. When you read the treaty, the Louisiana Purchase was a protectorate agreement. The protectorate agreement gave them military rights to, you silent, Elder. You on mute.
Oh no.
You on mute.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, my wife was calling me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
In the Louisiana Purchase, they had to do what you call a scouting expedition. So when you read Lewis and Clark, they talk about the translator that was with him, and they call him a big and stocky Negro. That was Benjamin Banneker. Benjamin Banneker knew all of the languages of the tribes. That's why they took him. Right? But he also was instrumental in declaring the property vacant because all of our castles was empty. All right, now the war gets so bad, we on the verge of genocide. We almost annihilated. But they are too. Both sides have greatly depleted forces. Whoever wins ain't gonna be able to sustain anyway, unless we call a ceasefire. The ceasefire was organized in Paris, France, and it was called the Paris Accord back then, but today you know it as a Treaty of Peace and Friendship. That's the ceasefire agreement. As part of the ceasefire agreement, all right, you can pull up George whenever you're ready. George Washington, who was Adam Weishaupt, who is Albert Pike, was the one instrumental in refereeing the Conjure War. Now, this was a side angle attack anyway, on both of us. Right? So we was fighting with Blackamoors and Tawny Moors who came over as Dutch, French, English, and Spaniards. They wasn't pale yet, but they brought pale people with them as servants. Most of the pale people they brought as servants came from Ireland and Scotland. That's why the original slave catching carts was called paddy wagons, right? So the paddy wagon was to pick up the Irish, right? The Irish that escaped. They stuck out like a sore thumb because the pale people that we had over here, they was on the west side of the Appalachian Mountains. We had the descendants of Scotta and Scotia had came over here fleeing the Catholic Church under St. Patrick. So once this treaty is signed, the ceasefire agreement, right? Now we honoring every part of the agreement. They not honoring none of it. So all they have to do is keep the chiefs from seeing what's going on. So they concealed it in the Masonic lodges and took the feathers from the chiefs and took the feathers from the chiefs and the feathers from the nobles from Europe. And this is what the George Washington agreement you're about to pull up is going into. But notice that the feathers is blatantly missing. It's conspicuously missing. So when you pull it up, it's going to say something about them giving up their feathers, but it's not going to mention the feathers. Not until they mention the sandals, which is the moccasins. Remember when we did that last one, we went over the shoes they wore. Because they didn't wear the same kind of shoes we wore. So this how we know they ain't talking about them. They talking about us. Okay, blow that motherfucker up. Let's go over this motherfucker. One more time, y'all. This is the goddamn Conjure War agreement, right? It say, if we would agree to take the fezzes and turbans off the Moors' head and remove the sandals from their feet. They didn't wear sandals. We wore sandals. They wore fezzes and turbans. Now watch this. And enforce severe punishment and to also swear a death oath between ourselves to religiously and faithfully not allow anyone to teach the Moorish children. Now we are Moors at this part of the document, right? But this is where it could get interesting is to teach the Moorish children who they really were, who their forefathers were, and allow the Moorish children to be taught that they were truly Negroes, black people, and colored folks. 200 years from today, the Moorish people would not know their nationality nor their national name of their origin. Now, when you're talking nationality, you're talking about a corporation. All nations is governed by Uniform Commercial Code. So pull the Uniform Commercial Code up because that's bigger than the Constitution. That's global. The Constitution is so-called national.
I got you. UCC. Oh, yeah, baby. We got something on now. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you want to show your brother Rod, hey, some love. We putting this Cash App in the links, right? So we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep it rolling. Let me get to Google real quick. Baby, come on.
So
yeah.
while you're looking it up, the
UCC.
Uniform Commercial Code.
Look up what is Universal Code?
No, just pull up UCC books and go to images.
I got you.
So, while you pulling that up, the Uniform Commercial Code is called the Law of Nations. All nations is governed by Uniform Commercial Code, and that's why in the United States, all law is commercial.
Yeah, right here, like look at this.
Yep, that's the straw man. UCC connection. Yep,
I got the straw man.
Now,
I get to say the straw man. I got the straw man one too, though. What book you want me to pull
up? Let's go to the first one.
Okay, right here. Right here. The big joint. The big joint. Oh yeah, we got them.
Okay, this is not the entirety because it's come in volumes.
Okay, let's look at this one right here. What about that one?
Right, that's good. Pull it up so we can see the cover of it.
All right, let me blow it up really quick. Say joint to raw range. Oh yeah, the folders that I'll be dealing with you, man. I'll be doing heavy research on them joints.
Hey, one of my brothers live up in Flint.
Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, he asked me for the folder we used last time. I said, no, that was all off top of the head, buddy.
Man, freestyle out the dome, bro. All right, let's pull up that book right here. We got their ass. Somebody in the audience say, Rod Haynes, get these niggas, man.
All right, so when we're talking about the law of nations, CSA contract law and theory, selected provisions, restatement of contracts, Uniform Commercial Code, and CISG. Right? Now you notice that it mentioned the contracts. And it's contract law and theory, and it's selected provisions. I mean that this is not the entirety of the Uniform Commercial Code. This is what you call an extract. So in the Uniform Commercial Code, let's go see what Google said what the Uniform Commercial Code is.
I got you. It says Uniform Commercial Code, first published in 1952, is one of the number of uniform acts that have been established as law with the goal of harmonizing the law of sales and other commerce transactions. Let me try to find another one. Hold on, I got you. Oh yeah, baby, we got something for them right now. It's the same one. The example is the sale and purchase of goods, commercial paper transactions, for example, bank transactions, letters of credit, banking deposits, leasings.
Okay, now this is what uniform commercial is. So the Jordan Maxwell got a video on YouTube.
Yeah.
where he explains that the Uniform Commercial Code is the holy grail for business around the world.
Okay.
It's the one codified document that every so-called nation must abide by.
Okay.
Even if a coup happened and somebody rise up and overthrow the government, the Uniform Commercial Code just switched to the new power structure. It doesn't take away or it doesn't help them to stay in power because it has nothing to do with that. All it has something to do with is the business. So now when I tell these motherfuckers that the Uniform Commercial Code is the real law they governed under as a national, right? And during Noble Drew Ali time, you needed nationality because the Uniform Commercial Code not codified yet. They got it. It's secret. It's in the barrister's chamber with all of the rest of the law books. But it's not published, as you see, until 1953. Right? Okay, now, who was these people that became the corporate jurisdiction United States? Who was they? They was two companies. Pull up the Virginia Trading Company.
Got them.
So remember, all they did off the treaties was restructure the corporate jurisdiction.
You got the. You want to put their logo or they business? Look, and look, they got the Knights of Templar for they sign. Ain't this some shit?
You got to always remember that there was a fallout in the Knights Templar, and they went two separate ways.
Okay, yeah, I got you. All right, so you want me to blow? What you want me to blow up on this joint?
Go to the main page. Go to the R page. Because I want to know who the Virginia company was before we go to the other company that merged with them.
The Virginia company was an English trading company chartered by King James I on 10th April 1906 with the object of colonizing the eastern coast of America. That's like the 13 colonies.
That date ain't right. 1906 can't be right.
No, I mean it's 1606.
Okay, that sounds more accurate.
Yeah, my bad. 1606. The coast was named Virginia after Elizabeth I, and it stretched from present-day Maine to the Carolinas.
That was called the Virginia Territory.
Okay.
All right. The other one is called the Northwest Trading Company. Do the same thing with that because we need to see who they is. I'm showing motherfuckers who these dirty bastards is. Go to where it say all.
Yeah, get them niggas, right? Get them niggas, man.
Go to where it say all. The Northwest Trading Company.
All right, the Northwest Trading Company was an organization in Portland, Oregon. United, they hit us on both sides. United States in 1879 by Paul Scherzu. Can't say he's got their name. And Henry Villard in order to do business in Alaska.
Now remember, Alaska wasn't part of America to the 19-something.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was Russia, right?
No, yeah, it was a part of the Russian territories.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this ain't the right company, though.
Okay, this ain't the right one.
The date's not right.
Yeah, it's got to be like the 16. Let's do this. We got the let's do this. 1600s. Oh yeah, hold up. 1700s. Let's see which company set up the 1600s to control British. Oh yeah.
I just have like a comment, and maybe you could like tie it into something, but I literally know parts of my lineage. My maternal side is Caribbean, so she's from the island of Hispaniola, by the Caribbean Sea. Dominican Republic is what they call it, but it's really the land of Tainos. And I have
that's what does.
I'm sorry.
That was the islands of Puerto Rico and Cuba as well. Taino, Puerto Rico, and Ottawa.
Yeah. Yes. And so I have siren lineage or mermaid lineage or whatever. And my homegirl, she's Liberian. She just was telling me yesterday about Lemuria. Am I saying that right? And she was saying how like those were water people, and how basically before Atlantis, and I had never heard of them before, like her saying that. And I just felt like it's so crazy how like literally today you're like talking about it, because my first time really hearing about mer people was Atlantis, and then learning about my lineage. You know, I never knew that like before Atlantis there was anything else but what people said, like the Anunnaki and stuff like that. But for me, I don't really resonate with the Anunnakis, you know, so like that's
I ain't too keen on them either, but since they part of the record, I got to talk about them whether I want to or not.
Yeah.
But before the Anunnaki came, like we used to like fucking dive under the water for 30, 40, 50 minutes, an hour with no problem. You know, so we was already, you know, partially aquatic. You know, partially land. It was more amphibious than we was either land dwellers or like, cause we even right now in Africa, in South Africa, they on the coastline, they got young boys that dive underwater for extended periods of time catching fish, which is it's an echo from an earlier period.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was like doing more research because like my family doesn't really talk about the stuff like that. I had to just like piece everything together, as far as like even people having abilities, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a clairvoyant, but because like we've been colonized,
and
like
you telepathic too.
I'm sorry?
You're telepathic too.
Yes. And my fiance, he's from Detroit and he's a medium. And like it's so crazy how like when I was growing up, they had us so fearful of like everything, you know what I'm saying? But like I was literally seeing before people would die. You know, I was literally seeing what was gonna happen tomorrow, and like I don't know, it's just so weird how like now like it's being more appreciated, versus like, you know, being so scared. And they're still skeptics or whatever. But I was looking into like mermaids, whatever, and they were talking about in Haiti how by the waters of Haiti there's mermaids that are taking women or young girls and they're keeping them